Thanks for joining me in this video. This video I'll be discussing dependent child sponsorship. So who qualifies and who doesn't qualify. So the definition of a dependent child is someone who's under the age of 22. And this is very important because I get clients who come in and say, okay, well my child is 22. Well, right there you don't qualify. The child has to be under the age of 22. So 21 and 11 months, I guess, or 11 months and a couple of days. And that means the application has to be submitted and received by the officer before the child turns 22. So long as that's done, then the age gets locked in. So even if the application takes a couple of years, so long as you submit it before the child turns 22, you are eligible. If the child is over the age of 22, the child may still be eligible so long as we can prove that the child is dependent on you financially due to mental or physical condition. And that's important because a lot of times people say the child is dependent on me because the child is going to school. So financially they're dependent. And that no longer qualifies. So I'll read you the exact definition. Children who are over the age of 22 years old and not financially independent due to mental, physical condition and have depended on financial support from parents or guardians since before 22. So that's the exact definition that could make your child eligible. And again, I repeat, it's due to mental or physical condition that they are eligible. A dependent child is, as I stated, a biological child or an adopted child. So with a biological child, you provide a birth certificate, and an adopted child, you provide the adoption papers. Or sometimes clients also change the birth certificate with an explanation. So long as we can prove that you are the biological or the adopted parent, that is fine. In order for you to be eligible to sponsor this child, you have certain requirements. You have to be 18 or older. Again, it has to be your biological child or adopted child. You need to ensure that you don't have any criminal records against yourself. That's an indictable offense. Summary offenses could still be eligible, but again, it depends on the severity of the offense. So an indictable offense may make you ineligible to sponsor this child. And financial, so you should have the financial capability to support the child or children that you are sponsoring. And lastly, you do have to demonstrate an actual relationship. Just because the child is yours doesn't necessarily mean that you've been taking care of that child. So we do need to have documentation to prove that you're in communication with the child. Perhaps you provide financial, moral, physical, whatever type of support. So there has to be a relationship, and that relationship has to be established and proven to the officer. Sometimes clients come to me and say, well, I haven't had a relationship with this child for the last 10 years, but now I want to adopt the child and bring them over here in Canada. That could be a difficult argument for the officer to believe. So if you're looking at sponsoring a child, please give me a call. I'll let you know what documents you need to prove that this is your child and that you are eligible to sponsor this child. Thank you, and until next time.